Welcome back, this is Jim Howard, reporting to you from the Bogus Verse Carnival. Earlier today, the Joker kidnapped Commissioner Gordon, but we have word that Batman has already rescued Commissioner Gordon and gone after the Joker. This is all part of a string of crimes that the Joker has committed since breaking out of Arkham Asylum earlier this week. The Joker is claiming that all it takes is one bad day. We will have more on this story that people have dubbed the Killing Joke as it unravels. Welcome back. Before the break, Jim was giving us updates on the situation down at Bogus Verse Carnival. We will be keeping updates as we keep learning more about the Killing Joke. Meanwhile, let's look back at the events that led us here. It all started earlier this week when the Joker escaped from Arkham Asylum. Joker kidnapped the Commissioner at his home and shot his daughter in the spine, crippling her in the process. He then proceeded to take off her clothes and take humiliating pictures to torture the Commissioner. Please note that these images are very disturbing. There seems to have been no other reason for the Joker to shoot her other than her being at the wrong place at the wrong time. If only Batgirl was around to protect this young woman. The Joker then proceeded to torture the Commissioner to get him to break. He was trying to prove that all it takes is one bad day to turn insane. The Joker's origin has always been a mystery, but one of the big theories out there is that he started as a failed comic before he turned to crime. He had a wife and an unborn child that were tragically killed in an accident and left him distraught. Trying a heist job under his persona, the Red Hood, he was confronted by the Batman and fell into a vat of acid that turned him into the Joker and made him insane. Using this bad day to justify his insanity, he is out there to prove that if anybody else was in the same situation, they would be as crazy as he is. Unfortunately for him, he failed, and Commissioner Gordon, even after all the torture, wanted him brought in by the book. Now let's go back to Jim and get the latest update on the Killing Joke. Thanks, Bill. We have received word that the Batman has encountered the Joker. After a short exchange, witnesses believe that they saw Batman laughing alongside the Joker, but then he took him down. First reports believe that the Batman killed the Joker, but it is now verified that the Joker is still alive. The Batman and the Joker seem to be on a course collision for kill or be killed. But even with Gordon, who sustained most of the injuries this time around and still didn't break, I can't imagine the Batman would have gone and crossed his moral code. Let's just hope the system can keep the Joker locked up this time. So, can you elaborate the impact those dreadful days of the Killing Joke had on the Batman? You see, even after all these years, the Killing Joke is still influencing the history of Batman. At the time, people were arguing whether the Batman killed him or didn't kill him. And if you look at the facts, there's nothing that really pushed the Batman over the edge. Sure, he hurt Barbara, but it wasn't to get at the Batman, but more to get at Commissioner Gordon. He didn't know at the time that Barbara was Batgirl. Now, for the history of Batgirl, it did make a huge difference. And this is probably one of the biggest reasons why this story is even brought up anymore. Barbara Gordon was shot and crippled. And again, at the time, people didn't know she was Batgirl. But she ended up becoming something new after this. She became Oracle, the nervous system to all the superheroes and for their communication. She became a new superhero in her own right. There is also a backup to the Killing Joke, but honestly, it's a waste of my time and your time to even talk about it. As a historian for all the superheroes, Batman included, I can tell you there's a ton of stories more to go. So hit like, hit subscribe, and hit that follow button to get the latest.